morning, Guilderland, and welcome to the GHS Reporter. Today is Thursday, March 1st, and I'm Shashank Shamshabad. Arnav Kannan, a senior here at GHS and business teacher Miss McGrath, hosted Startup High School New York's final event at SUNY Albany last evening. In the event, 2 teams from Guilderland placed in the top 3. I'm proud to say that my brother Siddharth and I took 3rd place with our idea, Public 911, and that Suhan Suresh, Arham Sial, Anish Mukpadi, Aiden Doyle, and Burhanullah Brula came in 2nd with their idea, the Smart Cabinet. With the Academy Awards set to roll film on Sunday, Ethan Skelly weighs in with his picks for the top 5 Best Picture winners since the Oscars began in 1927.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Although they've been wrong, the Academy Awards have been right about the best film of the year many times. Since 1929, 90 films have been awarded Best Picture. Today, I will go through my 5 favorite Best Picture winners in honor of the Oscars this weekend. Number 5 being Billy Wilder's The Apartment. This movie is about C.C. Baxter, who rents out his apartment to his corporate bosses so they can have affairs there. Hilarity ensues as C.C. tries to start a relationship with an elevator operator who is also having an affair with one of C.C.'s bosses who happens to be renting out his apartment.
Hey, you're pretty good with that racket.
You should see my backhand.
This is one of the first romantic comedies and is a delight start from finish. Quippy dialogue and wonderful performances by the 3 leads, Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine, and Fred McMurray, make this film a must-watch. Next is 1974's The Godfather Part 2. Now, not as influential or quotable as the first, I personally find it to be better than the original. It tells its story with 2 narratives that parallel each other. One following the new Don of the Corleone family, Michael, in 1958, and the other being a prequel following the rise of his father, Vito, from childhood to crime boss. Although people are quick to praise the original, I find this one to be more original and innovative. It gives just enough background to the first movie and adds more to the mythos of the family. I find Pacino brings a better performance than the first, and Robert De Niro is stellar in one of his first big movie roles. At number 3, I have All About Eve. This drama stars Bette Davis and Anne Baxter. Davis playing Margot Channing, an aging Broadway star who worries about her future career, which is threatened by Baxter, who plays Eve Harrington. Harrington is a fan of Channing and pushes herself into the life of Channing, threatening her career and personal affairs. This film speaks to the bitterness of show business and how women are treated in it. Although somewhat campy at times, I find the film to be just the perfect balance of drama and camp for an all-around good movie. The penultimate movie on my list goes to West Side Story, the 1961 film directed by Robert Wise for the dialogue scenes and Jerome Robbins for the musical/dance scenes.
All right, now, come on. Shoot it, man, shoot it.
It is an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, updated to take place in the Upper West Side, with the royal houses being replaced by gangs. I would be hard-pressed to find a Broadway movie musical better than this. Everything about this adaptation is spot on. The music is still iconic today, the dancing is part of the popular lexicon, and the story and characters are of course amazing. The story, dare I say, improves upon the original Shakespeare text by adding more complexity between the 2 houses, in this case gangs. This movie is dazzling to look at. The color pops out in such vibrant hues that I feel I could watch the dance scene for hours and not get bored. Before I get to number 1, I would be remiss to not mention some honorable mentions. Casablanca, The Best Years of Our Lives, On the Waterfront, A Man for All Seasons, In the Heat of the Night, Patton, and The Godfather are all spectacular films that I could ramble on for hours about. But enough with that. It's time for number 1, and what else could it be but Lawrence of Arabia?
Come on, man!
Truly a film for the ages, it doesn't get much better than this. Its nearly 4-hour runtime follows the legendary British Colonel T.E. Lawrence in the Arabian Peninsula during World War I. In the movie, we follow our titular character in an amazing journey as he deals with his emotional internal struggle, how he feels about violence, and loyalty to his own nation. To list the numbers of filmmakers this has influenced would be impossible. Spielberg has gone as far as to say this film is a miracle. Peter O'Toole, who plays Lawrence, gives perhaps one of the best, if not the best, on-screen performance of a character.
The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts.
And the other actors in this film aren't too bad either. I highly recommend this film, and its 4-hour runtime barely feels like anything due to the high action and a compelling story. That's all for today, and whatever may win Best Picture, I hope you enjoy the Oscars this weekend. Till next time.
The Shakespeare Society will be having a mandatory meeting after school today in room 613. This meeting will be to vote on the type of show we'll be having in the spring. That's all for the GHS Reporter today. Remember to find today's announcements online and on Twitter at GHS Announcement. I'm Shashank Shamshabad. Today is a B-Day. Have a good day.